What's up guys, Austin here from Airsoft Station, and today we are reviewing the Lancer Tactical FAL. There's two versions of this. The one just has a standard handguard up front, and the one I'm reviewing here has the rails. However, they're both very similar, both internally and externally, except for the handguard versus the rails. So just keep that in mind. The one with the standard handguard has a slightly longer outer barrel, but other than that, pretty much exactly the same thing. So first thing is first, it has a folding stock. You pull down and then swing out. So it's relatively simple, just, pulling downward, which is kind of hard to do. I gotta go do it that way. And then it locks into place. No real movement, not gonna fold down on you until you intentionally swing it out. And so because of that folding stock, there is no storage for a battery, so it's housed up here in the PEC box. Now it's easy to use an 8.4, however, we're gonna run over to the table and I'm gonna show you how to put a 9.6 in this. Alright, so here's everything you need to mount your battery to your gun. You have your replica PEC box with the little screw mounting clip to the rails, and then this little adjustment which goes from these quick connections to your standard mini Tamiya connector right there. So you're designed to hold an 8.4, but you can squish a 9.6 in there. It's just difficult to do, but I'm gonna be trying to show you how to do it. So give me some patience here. You pull this off, pretty simple, it just pulls right off. But one tab is a little bit longer and the other tab is a little bit shorter and a little bit more aggressive. The shorter, more aggressive one goes on the bottom where this little cutout slot is, while the longer one goes on the top here. So when you're looking at it, you know, okay, this one's bigger and a little bit shorter, that's gonna go on the bottom side. And that way you know that it's gonna clip in, because if you try to put it the other way, there's no real resistance and it just wobbles off. So you don't want that, you don't want to be losing the back piece of this. So here we go. This is your standard 9.6 crane stock battery. We're going to be trying to fit it in there. So it's going to slide in there, slide in there. Now you want it to sit as far off to the sides as possible, because there's a small little drop down where this replica flashlight is, and a small little drop down where the replica light is. So get it up to sit in there so that it sits farther down, just like that. Then you're gonna wanna turn it and bend everything over, making sure the base is still where it needs to be, but you just push everything down. Now, you plug your Tamiya connector in here, and then you shove it down off to the side. Just like so. Push it down, bend it down, do whatever you need to do to get it to sit as flat as possible. Just like so. Then you grab the back here, make sure those tabs are lined up, and these little cutouts is where the wire is going to escape from. So make sure you get that lined up, and we're gonna make sure that's in where it needs to be there. And we will push it down, like I said, making sure everything is lined up, and just like that. So it can fit a 9.6. It's not easy to do, and your life is a lot easier if you use an 8.4, but if you want that better rate of fire or increased trigger response, you can in fact fit a 9.6. So then we go ahead and mount everything onto it like so. Get this restarted here. Throw it up here on the rail. Tighten it down. And then last thing is to clip in your connectors. Now make sure you have the polarity right. So you have a black wire and a red wire coming out of the PEC box, and it's hidden by a little shrink wrap here, but if you do push it down, you can see this is in fact a black wire and this is in fact a red wire. And at least on mine, the red wire is shorter. So make sure you're getting that polarity right or you will be having an issue. So red wire to red wire, black wire to black wire, and then what I do is I just push it in these slots with the rails here. I just push it all up in there and kind of tuck it under the PEC box. Give it a little push under in those slots of the rails to keep it there. So then it's all tucked away, no one really notices it, and you are ready to rock and roll. Alright, so we're back, and I currently have the 9.6 in there, and I think it looks very nice. You can see the wires, especially when looking at it from the top or when shouldering the rifle, but the wires are all black. They stay nice and tucked in, very low profile, and I think it just looks very nice. I think you guys would agree if you were standing here. You could see it. But overall, this gun is very realistic. I've mentioned that before, but the magazine release is exactly the same as the Real Steel FAL. It also has a functioning bolt catch, so pulling that charging handle back will expose your rotary style hop-up, which we all know and love, because it allows you to really lock in that accuracy and doesn't allow your hop-up to back out over time. And then your bolt catch is right over here by your magazine release, where it is on the Real Steel FAL. Pulling that down, ooh, more realism. Way to go, Lancer. Anyway, I really do like this gun. The internals are solid as well. They have those solid full metal Lancer Tactical gearboxes. I've mentioned it so many times, but they're very decent. We sell a lot of them, and not a lot of them come back, so people really seem to like Lancer. The one bone I would have to pick with it is the iron sights. They look cool, they're full metal, they feel very nice, however they're so low profile, which is nice if you were going to use an optic. You wouldn't have to remove them or anything, just because it would see right over it. But if you are that guy who wants to use your iron sights and you had any kind of paintball mask or mesh masks that a lot of you like to run out there, you are going to have a hard time looking down these sights if you have the stock. So you can fold the stock down if you do have any kind of face protection and really kind of get down in there. But that is one thing I would point out, is the iron sights are very, very low. But other than that, this gun feels solid. I mean, the folding stock, there's no wobble to it. It's full metal. Everything on this gun is, except the grip and the pec box up here. Full metal receiver, rails, outer barrel, magazine, stock, you know, anything and everything. So overall, very solid gun, very affordable, especially considering how unique this is. And overall, I really like it. So that's about it for this video. And I haven't mentioned the chrono at all, so I'm just gonna play that at the end here. And that's about it for this video. So until the next one, have a good one, guys.